welcome back to another edition of Gem X TV. Today we're looking at round 4 of season 18 of our Group 4 90-mile challenge series. We are in the Audi CC. We are back yet again at the Red Bull Ring. And as everybody's in the Audi CC, we are subbing this one as the Hairdresser Cup. As you can see, it's 34 laps. The soft and hard tyres are available. Neither are mandatory. We start at night. The weather starts with a balmy SO1 and progresses throughout the race to R06. So that means a relatively large chance of rain, not necessarily the severity of it. And there's a time dilation of 16. So going into round 4, the table is as follows. Jeff sits pretty at the top with 191 points, having played a joker. Karim is in second, also played a joker. Shane D from Jamaica is on 147 in third. Dan 98 on 142 in fourth. Having played one joker, also is Shoji in fifth and Rixie in sixth. Deep Blue Driver is in seventh. I am in eighth. Aziyemi, also known as Leon, has 61 points in ninth. Fatman in 10th. Juminik in 11th. Sammy in 12th. And Firewoodman and Super Treasure still to take the grid. As always, do not forget to like and subscribe. Our figures are still slowly growing, increasing with each week that passes. So let's have a look at the action for you. So qualifying in pole position was James D, the Group 4 specialist. Jeff qualified in session, followed by Dan, Karim, Rixie, Sammy, Kozu, myself, Deep Blue, and Nightwolf. This is Nightwolf's first stride in the Group 4, although he's doing very well in the Group 3. So, qualifying was the new one-shot format, and there was no rain. So, let's get the race underway. And we're away. A relatively even start for the first 4. Pretty much for everybody, really. So coming into the first corner, Jeff fits the curb, goes a little wide, James D maintaining second, Dan remains in third, Corinne and Rixie fighting it out on the first straight for fourth and fifth respectively. Team is up to 6. I'm now up to 6. So I have made a couple of places in the opening foray. As we go down the back straight, that's not really a straight. Team 7, Kozu a Deep Blue in 9th and Aristo is in 10th. So we'll just let the race settle down for a lap and then we'll have a look at everybody's tyres. I'd be absolutely shocked if everybody's more than on the racing soft. So Jeff bringing the field round. I have made another position to 5th, so I go from 8th to 5th on the first lap. Green is down to 6th, so let's have a look at, make sure we didn't miss any of the action there. So Jeff is on the soft, Lee on the soft, Dan on the soft, Wixie on the soft, I'm on the soft. It's easy to see anybody is not on the soft. Yes, everybody is on the soft. So we're changing the format of our group for this season to everybody same car, but it changes each round. The racing has definitely closed up and better battles, closer battles for everybody. And we are slightly bumped for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. T2 not far behind in 8th. Kodu and Hairdresser a little way back, and then Kodu has picked up a penalty. First of many for everybody tonight, I'm sure. Therefore, being just one of those tracks where it's a penalty track. So we have 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th in a battle. I momentarily take 4th. It's now a drag race down the back straight that isn't a back straight. As I do manage to take that position, we now are going 3 wide down the straight behind me. Lucy, Sammy and Shirin. Ian wins out on that one, but he does have half a second penalty. Let's ride with Shirin. And has Wixie right beside, Wixie right beside him. Wixie takes that position, he does. Shirin goes slightly wide, Shirin and Wixie takes the position. And he moves over, serves his penalty. Shirin will serve it on the next row around, next lap around. That allows me to pull out a little bit of a breathing gap. Ian retains his position. Wixie and Shirin are still going at it, and then start finish straight. Wixie thinks better of it. Shirin now has a run on Ian. Up to the second corner, uphill, right-hander, takes to the grass. Shoots in line. Shirin not quite getting the spring shot he was hoping for. Letting them go. Deep blue monitoring things from behind. Wixie pick up stick position. Deep blue, we will wait to see whether he picks up 7. The Prince of the Rovers shows the penalty, which he pulls back to flip, take stick position, Green manages to keep hold of 7, Deep blue goes by, racing for any space. Jeff and James D now putting out a couple of seconds chat with Sam in 3rd place. And a few seconds further back in 4th, I've picked up a penalty. Even a couple of seconds back, Whoopsie now in 6th. So 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, the closest battle at the moment. Sure we give everybody some airtime. Everybody took the effort to show the race. Then they deserve that we take the effort to show them some airtime. So do have changed tires. The first thing he didn't start on soft, unless I missed that. Sorry, that he didn't start on hard. I have a penalty. Will that allow Ian? Don't think he's close enough for him to gain the position from me. So we're 5 laps out now. Now have 4 to 8 as our main focus of action on track at the moment. Ouch! Deeply gets a 1 second penalty. That will turn that battle group of 5 to 4. So Ian and Luxie still showing asset, Hammer and Phone. Luxie gets a much better drive out of the out of the corner. This is allowing me to gain a few precious seconds of breathing space. Luxie not giving Sammy any rest points. So Richie bringing the snack and Sammy bringing the drink. Corinne has I was going to say regained composure, but has to take evasive action in the penultimate corner. Grabbing the tyres as he goes around the last corner. Everybody very slightly spread themselves out. 6th and 7th is probably still the closest battle we have. So Jeff and Cindy still not closely together. Pushing back from Jeff's car. Hard braking into downhill left-hander. Switching to Cindy. Fancy a lounge on the inside. Cloud to stay behind. Probably going to try and line himself up for a green drop down the start finish straight. Tyres are now starting to go off, as you can see. On the front, check each about a few precious inches. Shouldn't be much faster around the corner. And has better traction. Sorry, Jeff has better traction out of it though. Okay, so I am still in fourth, but I have picked up another penalty. Wixie has negotiated both Corinne and Ian now to pull himself up to fifth position. It's a very hard starting to run now on the front. Ian down to seventh. Deep Blue is now somewhere back in eighth. And with the ninth, and Tozu, who is now on the hard, in 10th position. So the total battle we do have at the moment then is for first and second place. Battle has been raging since the lights went out. In No Man's Land in third place. I have served my penalty, managing to maintain fourth, but Wixie is much closer. I got Wixie down the start finish straight. He decides to not to go for it on that corner. Lining me up to try and effect a pass into turn 2. It's out. And later on the brakes. You see, tries to keep it tight, but there wasn't room there. So still close to 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. And Whitby pulling right up on my backside again. Liam may be just starting to lose contact with this battle. Four has now been cut down to a 3 as we move on to lap 10. This is picked up that R7 penalty. Closes up on Ritzy. My back end is sliding. I'm tired. I'm done. actually see the blue squares around my back tyres because the back tyres are so cold, front wheel drive car, and it's at night, so those back tyres have little if any grip. However, I soldier on for one more lap. Corinne overtook Wixie as Wixie served his penalty. Corinne is now challenging my fourth position. Nor I picked up a half-second penalty. Positions changing quicker than the English weather. Ouch! 1 second penalty for me. As always, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to get racing with us, you can use one of the QR codes at the bottom right of our screen. The Discord is the one to scan to join and actually race with us. The next one is our YouTube channel, which you're currently on, so you won't need that one. So Corinne now. I'm about to lose at least 2 places. Julie caught across the racing line, served my penalty, and Corinne and Wixie go by. And I pull into the pitch. My tyres are done. So we've now moved up to lap 19. Actually, let's go back a few laps. 17. The battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th still continues with the same protagonist, apart from Dan has also joined the fun. So let's show. So we are now after the first raid of pit stop. We are heading for the second round, and Indy has now taken the lead on the first set of stuff. Jeff is in second, still in the fight. I am now up to 3rd. Ian is 4th. Dan is 5th. Corinne is 6th. And Wixie is 7th. So all the same protagonists are still in the mix. Deep Blue somewhere back now in 8th position, as is Calypso in 9th, and Cody has changed his part time for slots and is in 10th. Kendi has a second or 2 on Jeff. This is where the battle is now. 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, as it has been raging most of the race. But I go wide, will that be a penalty? Dan is loitering in 5th position. Ian picks up the slipstream. I've got a half-second penalty. Past me, and got in behind, loses some traction. That gives Quick Corinne a chance to finish pass. So a couple of change of positions. Ian up to 3rd. I am down to 4th, although I immediately take a nice move back, if I do say so, back to 3rd position. placing Ian back to fourth, but Ian of course knows that I've got most of the penalties to serve. Corinne is up to fifth. Challenging now for fourth. Sorry, fourth. He has made fourth, moved back to fifth. But Ian taking the inside line, now he's staying fourth. Four cars in constant transition of direction. The position changing, as I say, as often as the English weather. And Ian manages to come up to third, Corinne up to fourth, down up to fifth, and I'm all the way back down to sixth from third after serving my penalty. And I now have Ripley with me for company. After the night, well and truly draws in now. So in the space of 2-6 corners, I've lost 3 positions. But I'm not done yet, as I'm now challenging Corinne for 6th position. For 5th rather, I've taken 5th and I've taken 4th. So I've changed 2 places, but now it's a 3-way drag down the back straight. That's not a straight. Fantastic racing. Now we're down to a 2-way battle into the hard braking, into Schloss, something like that. Dan has the penalty. Wixie in 7th, biding his time. Oh guys, if you think Route 4 racing is not exciting, if you get the format right, I think we're showing it is. And serves his penalty. I managed to maintain 4th position. Amps on the inside curve. Ian has now pulled out specialty cap in 3rd position. Back to the front. King D pulled out a further few seconds from Jeff in 2nd. Ian further back in 3rd. I'm 4th, Corinne now has me in 5, going up to the uphill right-hander. Looking to get the traction out to the corner. Not quite. So close I can't see the headlight. Picked up another half second. I will observe that on the next turn around the track. Corinne manages to get by anyway. It proves up to 4th. Corinne also picks up half a second. Woodsy now having a look at both of us, going down to the first corner. I go defensive. Woodsy tries to swing back. Unfortunately, this drives into the back of me, which allows Sam to gain that position. Sam does have half a second penalty also. Corinne also now have 1 second penalty. So, 3 out of the 4 protagonists in a straight battle have penalties, so Wixie should be the Russian recipient of a few places once everybody serves their penalties. Wixie has already picked up 1 position before the penalties are served. Now having a look at Dan. So this is the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th division. Where this range rules out after the penalty is served. Where does Wixie come out? Wixie up to 4th position. Pretty hard within the space of 10th of a second. Ouch, I think that's going to be another penalty for me. Oh, I get away with that one. And so, Sam almost made a nice move. Didn't quite get the traction out the corner. I appear to have better grip on the outside. So let's have a full run down before we get a bit further on in the action. James E now and Jeff has have I missed there? Jeff have pulled right back. Jeff was a couple of seconds behind, but now it's right on the back of James E, Jamaican friend. Jeff picks up half second penalty. Drive with Jeff around the first corner. Ian still in 3rd position. Behind us, the battle rages on still. Wixie in 4th, myself in 5th, and Dan in 5th. Dan tries the inside, loses momentum, mounting the curb. So we're coming towards the end of the race now. We've got 3 laps to go, 4 laps including this one. So still in 3rd position is James D from Jamaica. Still in close attendance is Jeff, who's both of their tyres look pretty much like toast. Wixie has travelled up the order after the 2nd round pit stop. In 3rd, also on very warm softs. Corinne now in 4th on very warm softs. Also on very warm softs in 5th. Deep Blue has made some good places up to 6th. So Deep Blue made 1 less pit stop than most people. Ian in 7th on the hards. Interesting choice. I am on pretty good softs because I've taken an extra pit stop. This is in 9th with good spot, as is Cody in 10th, as they both have also taken additional spots. Closest battle on track at the moment. Let's find it. First in second. Yeah, the first in second. So even though this race transitions in the lobby settings from SO1 to RO6, which is a pretty good chance of rain happening. We have had no rain whatsoever in the entire race. We have not had a acceleration progression at 16 times. So thank you for listening. Difficult for both of those errors. Now on to the penultimate lap for the leading pair. Now firmly in third position. Trim is fourth with Sam in fifth behind him. Second or two between them. Trim's Sam's tyres are better than Trim's. Ian picked up half a second. Penalty has the blue, so that will be basis throw across the penalty line. I have the penalty. So in 9th, Rosie being up the rear in 10th position. So let's look at everybody's fast time. So Chef has made the move. Let's have a look at that one. We're on lap 33. So coming out of corner 2 down the back straight, but isn't a straight. Jeff gets in the toe, goes to the outside as Shindy looks defensive. Shindy one run wide. Jeff takes the inside switchback and says thank you very much. So Jeff now into the lead on the penultimate lap. Shindy in second. Jeff has more fuel, so maybe Shindy is having to short shift a little to save fuel. Doesn't appear to be on that rear shift. Or that one. Puts in third. Sam has shot past the rim. Did we miss that also? We did. Let's just go back and have a look. So it's on the same corner that Sam made his move. Not a picture copy, but relatively the same. So Sam picks up 4th position on the penultimate lap. Trim down to 5th. Ian in 6th. GQ in 7th. I'm in 8th. Rico in 9th. Cozy in 10th, so let's guys final lap. James D has not given up the fight. I've got almost my assistant on the front left. Parked it on the apex. It's a much better drive back to the corner. Front tyres are way thin, maybe a little bit better off, but yeah, definitely a little better. So is that all she wrote? Looks like Shane Lee has settled for second place. Chef round the final corner on the final lap to take the win. Well done, Jeff. Well done to Shane Lee in second place. Ritzy rounding the last corner now in a good third position. Again, front left tire is wrong. Bam fought his way through the field to fourth. We're in this position. We are coming around the last corner to finish sixth. Into a Tracy purple seventh position. I slipped down the back in the latter part of the race and I finished in eighth. Risto coming around the penultimate corner and has a slide. He's going to keep, as he managed to keep ninth position. Wow, this is drama on the last corner. Shows you takes ninth position. In the very last corner as Callisto spins on the penultimate corner. Drama right at the end of the race. Excellent. Well done, chap. So that is the first race of this week. Next race will be our Drew 34 multi-class team event. So make sure you stay tuned for more streams.